up here because I want to make sure we're good. So let's go through and work with what we know. So the first one says we want to match these columns. So let me bring this down a smidge. We want to match the columns. So I think we're okay with doing this. I mean, you just type in A, B, C, or D on each of the columns. So these might be in a different order than what you had. So there's times where your question 1 might be someone else's question 6 or whatever. There's also these might flip around or these might flip around. Okay, so they're not identical. So FXD, so we have F, where's that? FXD, so that's that 40-degree angle, right? And AXG. So what do you know about these two angles right here? What kind of angles are they? They're vertical angles to each other, so make sure you have letter D there. Okay? And again, I don't know if your order is different than mine. It might be, but we'll figure it out. And then we have CXF. So CX to F, so it's that angle right there. And FXD, we have FXD. So this angle and this angle. What do you know about these two angles? They are complementary. They add up to 90 degrees. Okay? Excuse me. So complementary on mine would have been A. And again, I don't know if yours is a little bit different. AXG. So AXG, this angle here. So I'll keep my finger here. And then GXD, this angle here. So what do these two angles do for each other? They're a linear pair. Okay? Someone might say, well, they're also supplementary. That's correct, but is supplementary one of the choices? No, and I'm not going to do that to you, okay? I will try not to have a matching go supplementary angles, linear pair. They kind of mean the same thing. I know, so we'll make sure we don't do that. And then BXA, let's see, BXA, so this angle here, and AXG. So these two angles right here, what do we know about them? They're adjacent, means they're right next to each other. Okay, does that make sense? And did yours show up on yours? Schoology? We'll get you caught up. I'm not worried about it. All right. Can I move to the next screen? Let's see. Next page. All right. Oh, okay. So on these, the angle of measure x plus 20, find the measure of the supplement. So supplement, we know, adds up to 180. So if we have 180, oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Uh-oh. Now I'm in trouble. Now I have to use the eraser. All right, so we have 180, and we have an angle that measures x minus 20. So what am I doing with x plus 20 and 180 degrees? What's the big important thing? If I wanted to find what the angle we're talking about, yeah, I'm going to subtract. So realize my angle is this, okay? We won't always give it to you in parentheses. Sometimes we'll give it to you like this, okay? But realize we are subtracting x plus 20. And the important thing is we're nice. We left you the parentheses. So what do you have to make sure you distribute to both? The negative. So I get 180 minus x minus 20. Combine like terms to get 160 minus x. We have that one. I think mine's B. I don't know if yours is different. Does someone have a different answer than B? So we mixed them up, huh? So make sure that's the answer you find. So please don't choose my answer B because my answer B might not be your answer B. Yeah?
When you do that, do you always put 90 or 180 minus? There's never going to be a plus.
As far as the minus goes, yes. That's going to work on these. Okay? We feeling good? Can I move to the next problem? Okay. Next page. Oh, and I got to erase. I'm sorry. Let's see. The complement of 80 degrees is the angle 100 degrees, right? Because 100 plus 180 is 100 plus 80 is 180 degrees, and 180 degrees is definitely something that we talked about, and that's the supplement, right? And we are looking for the complement. What's the answer?
No.
It's false. Good. Okay? So don't get a gotcha on that. The thing on that is you know that 180 and 90 are things that are going to come up over and over and over again, but know the difference between the two, okay? So everyone still with us? Okay. Next page. I think this, was there only 4 questions? Oh, cool. All right. Now here is the toughie. We have to put the answers in. And what we do is we have certain things in there, but you have to be careful on these. Now, so everyone listen. If you have an answer of like x plus 2 for an answer, let's just say that's the answer. Don't go x space plus space 2. Go x plus 2. No spaces. Does that make sense? The space on Schoology, because we have certain answers we put in, but I mean, the thing is, when you're talking about numbers, you're talking about infinite number of things. So we're going to have it as x plus 2. If that was an answer, we're not going to have x space plus space 2. Did that make sense? So I don't even know if that's going to go this way. It says, give the equation you will use to solve this. Okay, the complement of an angle, this is where y'all got mad at me yesterday. How do I do the complement of an angle? Huh? Yeah, so 90 minus x, okay, of an angle is, still with me? 5 more than 4 times the angle. So 4 times the angle is this, 5 more than that. Okay, if you type that in, no spaces at all, 90 minus x equals 4x plus 5, all crunched together. That should, and make sure your questions are the same one that I'm doing. They might be out of order. Yeah.
So what if we like did it differently?
What if you did 4x plus 5 equals 90 minus x? I think that should read it as well. Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Well, I did like x plus 4x plus 5 equals 90. And like it,
Yeah.
Like counted it?
it kind of counted it wrong, but it's like you get the same answers. But they got the right answers.
Okay. The reason I think they're counting that wrong is, one, we're using the term the complement, so we're using that. Or if it said the supplement, it's going to be 180 minus x. So that's where it's going to be looking for it.
Well, on test, are we like kind of be required to do the 90 minus x, or can we do it?
As far as if it was on here, I would say what I would do on this type of question, I'd probably give you a pencil paper version that would be that way.
Okay. And we can like we'd be fine if we did it.
So, but there are times where I might have to go back into Schoology and just double check, because for me to write or to put all of the answers in that Schoology is going to check, I might have to go back in. So you might go submit something going, oh my gosh, I got 6 out of 10 on this or whatever, and then like the next day you go in and oh, I got a 10 out of 10. Well, that means I went back in and I realized, okay, this answer also would work. So I just can't put every iteration of every answer. And I mean, honestly, if you did 90 space minus space x, like that type of thing, I'm also going to go in and realize I got to give you the points back. So I can go back, but Schoology is going to grade it just how we know. And so that's how we go. The angle measures how many degrees? So if you were to have solved mine, let's see, that's 5x, that's 85. So the angle is 17. So I would just put the number 17 right here. And then the complement of the measure, complement is going to be 90 minus 17, which is 73. Okay. Do I need to worry about putting the little degrees thing? No, it says degrees here and here. Yeah.
So on the test, is there ever going to be like a question in which we have like the only way to solve it would be 90 minus x? Like let's say that's the example, 90 minus x equals 4x plus 5.
Okay.
Plus 3.
So as far as the Schoology when it corrects it, yes. But I will go back in on this type of problem and I have to regrade it. Like Schoology is going to grade this, and if you put an extra space in there, or maybe someone put negative x plus 90, it might not read that appropriately. So there's different iterations of this that are definitely going to work. Okay, but it might tell you, and especially if we tell you on Schoology, tell you right away what you got. Then all of a sudden it's like, hey, that's not fair. I got a 7 out of 10, and the person next to me got a 10 out of 10. We did the exact same thing. That's where I go back in after the fact, and then so like nothing is sold 100% in place here on Schoology. I have to go in a lot of times, and I will have to correct it for Schoology.
So the quiz is on Schoology.
We will have, yeah, they'll be part of it, and I think we'll do part of the test on Schoology as well. So, is everybody ready to hit submit? Submit. Okay, did it tell you a grade? Yeah.
What gives it
90 minus x equals 4x plus 5. As long as that was your first answer. Does it tell you a score? How many is it out of?
4.
4. How many did everyone get? You got 3. You got 6.67? Okay, so some of you might not have gotten exactly a 4, which means that I will go back into Schoology, not in this very second, and I will go make the correction in the grade. Make sense? Everyone feel good about it? We happy? All right, so next thing is, do you all see on Schoology we have that other assignment? Now, some of you already have submitted it. It's already told me. Okay? That'll be due, when did I say?
Sunday, 11:59.
11:59 on Sunday. So some of you are like, dude, 11:58, I'm on. And then I get the email at 12:04. I was on, it kicked me off. Dork, because I gave you a time limit. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a dork, but hey, deal with it. Okay? You feel all right? Everyone happy? Okay, will you please log off of Schoology? And one person in each row collect everybody's Chromebooks. And please put them in the appropriate order. Just try and take notes. Let's see. We are a while into this. I want to just make sure we feel good. I know we did a lot of these. Okay. So we did this first one, I know. But I asked you to start going through and start doing more of these. I think we did this one, did we?
We did both.
We did both?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I'm going to move off that. All right. Did I get to number 3? I did?
Yeah.
That's done too?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are awesome. That one get done?
Yes.
Yeah, that one did.
Why are some saying yes and some saying no?
Because I remember.
No, we did.
We did it for homework.
Yeah, if we didn't finish it.
Okay, so can I do it?
I don't know, can you? You're teaching, big dork.
All right.
Yeah.
We did.
Yes, I did do this one, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay, I remember now. All right, I'm going to get to that. Is that all right? So this one, use linear combination or elimination. So what do you think? That means the the linear combination, same thing. So the addition method works. It's all the same thing. So does that work? We're going to use. So what's the question? Can we isolate a variable easily on this one without getting fractions?
Yes.
Really?
Well, not.
I mean, I'm going to get fractions if I isolate here because I'll divide, if I get x by itself, I divide by 2, so I get 5 over 2. If I get y by itself, then I get a denominator of 5. This one I'll get a denominator of 8 or 5. So does everyone agree that the easiest way to do this one, someone has their phone on, the easiest way to do this one right now, it's set up so that I add them together right now and get this, and these cancel. What does that give me? 120. So what is x equal to? 12. Are we done with the problem at this point? No, what do we still need to find? The y. So we have to go back. We have to say which one would make sense for us to plug into. So I'll take maybe the top one. It doesn't really matter. But I get 24 plus 5y equals 54. Subtract 24. And then y is equal to 6. Is that okay? Yeah. So if we had graphed these, they would have intersected at 12, 6. Could we have done it another way? Absolutely. Yeah?
On the test, would we have to write it in like coordinate form?
We'd probably take it as coordinate form. I mean, if you had like this and this written like that, I'm going to search for it and find it. What I'd prefer to do is just see 12, 6 right away. But like if I don't see it right away, then I start going back through your work going, oh, it's right here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. And then, you're my first class, so I'm still happy when I'm grading yours. 6th period is out of luck. If I have to start searching for answers on that, man, I'm lighting people's papers on fire and throwing them away. All right. Wait, we just did this one, right? All right. How can we transform one or more of these equations that we use as a linear combination? So, does everyone feel okay that substitution is not a good method to use? Okay, graphing might be good because you could use the x and y intercept method, sometimes called the cover method, in order to solve. But also, if it comes out as fractional amounts, cover methods kind of stinks. Is there a question or are you waving to me? You know how to solve it. How would you solve this?
You multiply the top one by 2, so x equals.
Okay, so let's get rid of the x's. I like that. Some of you might be looking at this going, yeah, but can I get rid of y? You're absolutely right if you wanted to, but you would have to multiply the whole top by 3 and the whole bottom by 2. So you might be doing more work. You're still going to get the same answer. So this is going to result in this being 6x plus 4y equals 12. So if I combine these together, that's gone, right? Y equals 6. Am I done? Nope. Plug that y value back into either of the two. So I'll plug it into this top one. So I get 3x plus 12. Does that make sense? Equals 6. So 3x equals negative 6. X equals negative 2. Cool. There it is. So the cover method would have worked really well if I were to graph this because negative 2, 6 would have been pretty easy if we had graph paper we were using. Okay? But again, the graphing method is a nice representation. Visually, it's not always the best to go to. Can I move off this? You good? What about this one? Can I solve for an x or y very easily? No. So then we have to say, okay, should I get rid of the x's or should I get rid of the y's? It looks like I have to multiply both of them by something. I might think the x's would be the best to get rid of, or the y's would be the best to get rid of. In this case, because I have opposite signs, that means I'm not having to distribute through a negative and make an error. But some of you might choose, you know what, x is easier for me to go through. And I feel okay multiplying one of them by a whole negative and then the other by the regular number. But I'm going to choose to get rid of the y's. So I'm going to multiply the whole top by 4 and the whole bottom one by 5. So if I do that, that's going to result in 8x minus 20y equals 40. And then this one is 15x plus 20y is equal, what's 5 times 38?
188.
What is it?
190.
190?
What?
Someone with a calculator verify that?
It's one.
Okay. All right, if I add these together now, I'm going to get 23x is equal to 230. So x is going to give me 10. Is the problem done? No. So you need to plug into one of your originals. Doesn't matter which one. I'll pick the bottom one. So I'm going to get 30 plus 4y equals 38. Everyone understand why I got 30 there? So I get 4y is equal to 8. So y equals 2. There's my answer. Would this have been a good one to use the cover method to graph? Well, sure, here, this would have crossed the x-axis at 5, y-axis at negative 2. That would have been great to graph. But then I have, it crosses the x-axis at 38 over 3. really? 12 and 2/3. And then here, 38 over 4, which is 19 over 2, which is, what, 8.5? 9.5? So, cover method would have been the best way to use. All right, so 10 comma 2. We can now use systems of equations to solve geometry application problems. Okay? So let's do this. If I add this and this together, I can add the two together because of which postulate? Segment addition postulate?
I don't know what I'm thinking.
You said pre-calc, I'll go with that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's see. So other things we know is if I add 3x plus 4y, I'm going to get an answer of what? 30. But then I have the exact same segment below, but we have a different representation. So I have 2x plus, or 4x plus 2y is equal to also 30. Okay? I don't want to go 30 equals 30 on this one, but I could set them equal to each other and solve. But that might not help me. I could do elimination, which looks like a good thing. What do you got for elimination?
Multiply the bottom by -2.
What am I getting rid of? Y's?
Why? Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Perfect. All right, so that means that down here, I'm going to get negative 8x minus 4y equals negative 60. And I'm going to combine these two together, right? So I'm ignoring this. I had to modify it. So 3x minus 8x, negative 5x. And then this would cancel this. And I'd get equals negative 30. So x is equal to 6. So my first answer is 6 comma. I want to find my other answer. So I can plug that back into any of them. So I'll plug it in here. That gives me 18 plus 4y is equal to 30. So 4y subtracting 18 gives me 12. So y equals 3. So again, we snuck algebra into geometry, kind of like my wife sneaks zucchini into the brownies. I'll tell you. It is. So if I ever say, hey, come over to my house and have some dessert, you might be getting snuck a veggie platter instead. That's mean. Hey, can I move on? Maybe. All right. This particular problem. So the first way I would think about it is I have this and this. What can you tell me about those two angles? They are vertical, which means they are what? Equal. Okay, so I have 10x plus y is equal to 65. I feel pretty good about that. Then I could do a number of things. I could pick this, and that would have to equal what? 180. Or could I pick this and this? And if I did that, what would it have to equal? 180. What's the better one to do? I don't know. It's your choice. This way, if I do the greens, that means I'm going to get, bless you, I'm going to get 25x plus 6y equals 180. Where did the heck that just come from? Where did that come from? How did I get 25x plus 6y? Yeah.
You added the angle 15x plus 5y and 10x plus y.
I combine those together. Good. Okay. I guess I could use substitution if I wanted to. I could solve the top one for y, but I don't know. That might not be fun. What do you want to do?
Multiply the top by -6.
There we go. I like it. Multiply the top by -6. I'll bring it right down here. That gives me negative 60x minus 6y. Somebody help me out. I know it's going to be negative. What is 6 times 65?
It's 360 and then it's 30, so it's
360, 390?
390.
Is that right? Do we feel comfortable with that? I don't know. I'm not using a calculator, nor am I using my mind. Okay. So then I'm going to combine those two together right there. That's going to give me negative 35x. These cancel. Equals negative And then I divide each side by negative 35, so I get 6? Really? No fibbing? Just 6? Oh, hot dog. I like when that happens. How can I figure out, I have an x component, how can I figure out what the y component would be? I'd say take a look at your blues. Look at here. And this. You know those are equal, yes? So that means that I have 60 plus y equals 65. So what's y have to be equal to? 5. Sweet. Again, we're sneaking the algebra in. You're getting snuck the vegetables when you want a dessert. Sorry. Can I move on? Going on. That's it? Sweet. Okay. What other kinds of things did we do? We had a worksheet or no? No. But I said something about that worksheet, like I had some rules, and I can't remember what the rules were. It was optional. You know, I gave it the office.
You said we would finish the worksheet in class.
Hold on to that for a second. You goofed me up, handed it to me. I was looking to happen. But I'm so happy that I was able to figure out what happened. All right, so let's take a look. Hang on. This is 5th period. Last time I checked. So if you would, let's start on this side of the room. Grab your assignment. Pass on the rest of them. I might even some no-namers in there.
So it's homework 1.6.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's pull out 1.6, just take a look at it. And is there any questions on 1.6 that I could help you with? Okay, and then just real quick, sections 1.4 to 1.6 review. Okay, I think you're okay. Identify pairs of vertical angles, linear pairs, complementary angles, and supplementary angles. So those are some things that you'll need to do. And I'll hand these out to you as notes. Yeah, well, so if there are any quick questions, we can answer those. If not, I'm just kind of running through these. Yeah.
1.6. Number 7.
Number 7, okay. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, actually, you're good? You'll have to get the. All right. Do we have any other questions from our worksheet, or are we okay? Yeah. Yes. Next question. You okay for right now? Okay, so we can go over more of 1.6 tomorrow, but that'll be due tomorrow. So let's quickly go through this review. If you have some from 1.6 you want me to go over, we can cover more of that tomorrow. But let's see. Let me go through this quickly. Okay? Given one angle, find its complement or supplement, including ones expressed in terms of a variable. So that's the 90 minus x and the 180 minus x. Write the equation from information about the complementary and supplementary angles and solve them using algebra. Okay, we've been doing that. Use the 4 algebraic steps to solve application problems based on complementary and supplementary. What are the 4 algebraic steps? Let's see over here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Pop the balloon. Define the variable. Oh, whoa, whoa. What are the 4 algebraic steps? Boom. Where do you go? They're gone.
Click
Undo. 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 Define variable, write equation, solve equation. Cool. All right, partner challenge, we're not doing that. Partner challenge, we're not doing that. Okay, questions. Homework. Let's just say this. I'm going to modify this a smidge. This is going to be optional for you to do. You get credit for it if it's optional. No, so please don't hand that in. Okay? I know some of you are mad because you've 19 chapters ahead already. So deal with it. So I would say let's make sure that worksheet 1.6 is done. for tomorrow. Okay, we'll go over any questions like we would on regular homework, all right? Okay? There is a second Schoology thing for you, okay? It's the review. It'll be due Sunday night, okay? It's kind of a review. But then tomorrow, we also have something important, I think, coming up, don't we? And it's called the quiz on 1.4 to 1.6. That's what we've been lining up for. Sound good? Everybody happy? No one left the classroom today upset and distraught. I love it. Although, I got to tell you, that was one of the best days I've ever taught in my life yesterday with you guys. So thanks for that. That was cool.